How is it going, sweet stuff? Yes, tonight we are going early for the live. We'll wait for people to get in here. In that time, while we're waiting, we're going to do the aura, because our aura represents the purity of who we are. And Father has been coming through with some verses that are very important. So the reason why I say that is because not only is Thursday Thankful Thursday, but it is also Thanksgiving. So it's about giving thanks with the greatest love, because the greatest love is God's love, right? You'll have to overlook my outfit tonight because, like I said, I am trying to get things. We got some cold weather that came crashing in, so I'm all about the hats and the hoodies and, you know, joggers comfortability. But there's so much going on here, because he's talking about 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 13 through 18. It's the love of Christ that controls us, where other people are trying to control us. But Father says, oh, no. So divine masculine, divine feminine, it's time to step up. Get it on. And it's kind of cool because I got things all situated now. So, and what I mean by situated, it's like I got my little peace and tranquility. So let's turn this like this. All right. Let's find out what is going on. Wow. Yeah, he's very adamant. So soul family, just know that Father is saying justice will be served. There is a new beginning, and he needs you to come out of hiding. He needs you to step up, okay? And he says before we even do this, we need to move forward. And soul family, like I said, it's people have their free will to choose. People have their free will to know, but if they don't like the things that they hear, or they get upset because you're not riding the way they want you to ride, it's like, what do? They start treating you differently. Okay, fine. It's like, don't hold it in contemplation, because the 7 of Pentacles is all about coming out to hold your vision. Your vision is our Father. Now, like I said, let me get the thing here. He's telling me page 1000. So let's go to 1000. 1000. And boom, 1000. Okay, so he's talking about number 4 through 18. Eight through 13. Okay. He's got a lot to say in this one. So we're going to read it out loud here. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4, all the way down to 13. It says, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. It is not ignorant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way. Because how many times have I said that Father said, stop trying to take the pen and control the journey? He's doing it, not you. Okay. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at the wrong, but rejoices in the right. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. And Father is also saying that love never ends. Love, that unconditional love, never ends, okay? As for the prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. For our knowledge is imperfect and our prophecy is imperfect. But when the perfect comes, the imperfect will pass away. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I resonated like a child. When I became a man or woman, take the energy how it resonates. But Father's right here, we are talking straight from Father's old testimony. Okay? When I became a man, I gave up childish ways. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall understand fully, even as I have been fully understood. So faith, hope, love abide these three, but the greatest of these is love. The thing is Father can't express it enough over and over, like I said, in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through 13. This is the greatest love. And good evening, sister. Doing great. CBVOY and Hick. God bless all of our brothers and sisters for being here, Soul Family. But Father is speaking on this, that if somebody is being cruel to you, if somebody is being negative in a way, or somebody comes at you in a certain way, or somebody gets upset with you because of the context of the terminology that you use, this is where Father says, listen, you have to be patient. You have to be kind. You cannot boast about certain things. And jealousy is not very becoming, right? Because Father does not want it to be an ignorant thought. It's like a lot of people get irritable and resentful when you're speaking your truth, when you're standing in the love and light with Father. A lot of people want to conform to saying that, hey, if you do this, this, and this, you are not walking with Father. No, Father explains it here. We don't rejoice in the wrong that we do, because sin, yeah, it's standing in that negative, right? That's what sin means, standing in that negative. And we aren't rejoicing for our wrongs, but we rejoice for the rights that we do. When we step in with Father, when we actually endure and, believe in our Father, that all things, all hope, everything endures all when we hold Him. And that's why He says His love never ends. Now, if somebody stops loving you, if somebody stops caring about you, that's because they have demonics that are attached to them. And you're going to see that a lot of this is coming out, where the agents and the tyrants are really coming gung-ho to put you in your mental head and to stop you. Because when Father says, when I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I resonated like a child. And the thing is because a lot of people don't understand that on this walk, on this journey with Father, you may not speak it correctly. You may not, be able to put it out there correctly. Or, when He says you can't think of the things that He's coming in and saying to you, you just have this sense of knowing. Well, when you're spiritually gifted, the thing is that inner child, you will resonate with Father no matter what. Because you want to give up your immaturities. You want to give up all of them sinful things that stand in the negative. Okay? But it's like Father says, you need to look in the mirror. A lot of people are not wanting to look in the mirror. A lot of people are not wanting to stand up and stand true to our Father, that the greatest of these is love. And that is what He has put out there. And say it again, Father, please. A lot of you lose people because you come out of that immaturity and come into that mature understanding that when you come on your spiritual journey and you're awakening and you're finding out what's going on, it's like you don't have to understand it all the way. You don't have to know fully what's going on. You don't have to recite scriptures. Father does that when you're ascended to the Most High with him, because you fully understand. It's like you hold the faith, you hold the hope, and you know that his love is the greatest love. So it's like Father is talking about divine masculine and divine feminine in order to come together with your forever person. It's like you have to look in the mirror. You have to make them changes. And that's why he started out on this. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. Because the thing is if you're not being patient, you're not being kind, it's like, and you're being jealous and boastful, Father is saying, listen, you have an attachment to you. You need to do that healing, because you were not made to be ignorant and rude. You have a very loving, unconditional heart, and Father wants you to step into it, because he's saying that this love does not insist on its own way. You are not the narrator to your story. Father is. He's the one that co-created it. And he's like, listen, when somebody truly loves you, that love will never end. But if they have attachments, if they have attachments that they're not wanting to heal, if they're wanting to stay in, he's saying, listen, make love your aim, okay? And I'm not talking physical intimacy and everything else. He is saying, 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 1, make love your aim and earnestly desire the spiritual gifts, especially that you may profit from it. For one who speaks in the tongue speaks not to the men, but to God. The thing is, for no one will understand him, because when we speak things on a spiritual journey with our spiritual gifts, we are hated, we are knocked, we are diminished down as low as people can take us or try to take us. But the thing is Father said, with unconditional love, a lot of people say you are fake, you are phony, you're not really walking in, you're demonic, pretending to be this, and it says no. Because why would Father give me 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through 13, and then verse 14, chapter 14, verse 1, love is our aim. And so when you're nurturing, when you're kind, when you're giving, when you're with the Spirit, the Spirit of our Father, you are not going to be out there hurting other people. That is not going to be your main focus. And the reason why he's bringing that out is because he said, listen, we are the speakers. So family, it is time for our tribe to wake up. Now, these people are hot and cold, in and out, in and out. They come in, they come out, they get messages, and they're like, okay, and then boom, they go out. The thing is that's why Father said in here that you have to, for now, we see in a mirror dimly, because they are looking in that mirror dimly. They don't want the light to shine. No, they don't. But love bears all things, and Father wants you to know, because it's like when you awaken on your spiritual journey, this is where 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14 through 17 comes in, and it says, listen, the ministries of the new covenant is what Father wants you to do, because the love of Christ controls us. And a lot of people are getting it wrong. A lot of people are using tongue to say things about Father and everything else, and say things about his light workers, his children, and they want to cast judgment. But Father says, there's something about your mirror that is very dim, and you need to see, because what you are projecting out is what you have to face on the inner. So let's find out what Father is wanting us to know. Yeah, I'm telling you, divine masculine, somebody's contemplating something, trying to make a choice. waiting for their forever partner, wanting to come in and make that romantic partner. Did you see that? The Knight of Cups went down in the blaze of glory for the Two of Wands to come forward. And this is, listen, everybody is looking for the physical 3D love. And Father says it's part of your destiny to come in with him because he is the greatest love. And when you step up and you're in love with him and the guidance that he is ministering to you, things are going to change. Things are going to change drastically. Okay. Told you things are going to change. Things are going to come into fruition. You're going to have gratitude for this actual journey. Now, I don't know why he keeps bringing me to this divine masculine. I mean, I know why, because he's telling me, but oh, thank you. So now I know what he's saying, because he keeps bringing this up. Now, many of the light workers and the children who were the chosen with the spiritual gifts, like he said in 1 Corinthians, the thing is this person is coming through with our Father right now. And he's saying that the demons overpowered his mind. And he was of love and light. All he did was, give to help others and really get people to look at it. And, this is a very well-known person, and I'm not allowed to say his name according to YouTube. But just know that this is a very important person. His wife has created a beautiful foundation since his passing, because he hung himself. Okay? Because he hung himself, Father said. And this gentleman that's standing next to Father right now, I'm telling you, he had a heart of gold, but he had so much trauma and felt alone. He knew how to fulfill his own cups on a financial end of it, but when it came to the spiritual end of it, he didn't. And that his sacred vow to his wife was that battle of bringing it to a completion and sacrificing because he couldn't fight it no more. And this is where people need to understand mental illness. You have to understand on a spiritual gift, because that's why Father brought in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, 4 through 13. You have to love yourself enough to say, hey, listen, it's like, I need to understand why I'm thinking these things, what attachments are pulling me to this depression. Because I'm going to tell you, Father is saying that even though Thanksgiving is on Thursday, okay, and it's Thankful Thursday, and everybody should be thankful, the thing is Father is saying that many have to understand and be thankful for the life that he co-created for you. You are not in this battle alone. This journey is very hard. This journey is very hard. Okay, so if my twins out there, are you hearing me, Twinkie? I'm telling you, this life isn't cream filled. Okay, we both know it. We both can see it. And when it comes to the Page of Pentacles coming out, it is telling you that it's like we have to stand together and build this new enterprise and manifest Father's unconditional love, look, to the giving and receiving, to the innocence of that inner child. And that's why he said in the 1 Corinthians, when he was talking about the inner child, right? It's like we may not understand, we may not think, we may not know, but when you come into that manhood, you're going to know. So it's basically telling you, when you come into your spiritual awakening with your spiritual gift, you're going to know. You're going to know. You are so welcome, sweetheart. You are so welcome. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you, so family. Thank you, Oak Waters. The thing is you have to really be what Father says. The greatest of this is love. And the love of Christ is the one that controls us, not the devil. The devil is the one making us take away like it did to this beautiful person. And I'm telling you, this divine masculine went through a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, a lot of hurt. And he couldn't take it anymore. So he walked away. And that's what we need to stop. Father wants the divinity and the unity to come back together so that we can stand in our power. We can take back our kingdom. And our kingdom is walking in the ministry of the covenant with our Father. Okay? So, all right, I just got the goosebumps. So Father, when he does this to me, I've got to do it. So all of you know my deck of cards, right? This is my Bible. Not literally, but I'm going to tell you, this is how I learned to learn the Bible. Okay? So I'm going to show you right here. And God knows, the truth is the truth, right? Okay, so we're going to open this up. And this is what's important, because a lot of people think, well, I don't know the Bible, I don't really care, I can't read it, I'm better hands-on, verbally. Okay, that's fine. But when you do it like this, it may help you, because this is how I taught somebody with a learning disability, to let them know, hey, you can do it like this too. So let's find out. We're going to give 4 shuffles, and I'm going to show you, because a lot of people say, oh, no, this ain't right. But you watch the story, it tells you what Father is talking to me about that unconditional love, right? It's about the signs and synchronicities, and I'm telling you, being who you are. Yeah, being who you are. Look. Oh, we're talking about love, baby. We're talking about being abundant. I just got the goosebumps. So now I'm going to show you. Father is showing you signs and synchronicities on an intuitive level in your spiritual gifts, so that whoever perceives things a certain way can take it that way, because it's all about compassion. It's all about love. It's all about that great potential to be abundant in Father's name. Now, when you look at this, we have 10, 10, 10, 1. This is your divine path, twin flames. Oh, yeah, because you are here to change the world. Now, he also wants me to show you this. So I'm going to put them down here in the order that they came out. Now, we have the Page of Pentacles, which we are very abundant. This is all about the receiving the message of our Father, right? So when you go in here, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 Samuel. Okay, so let's get to 2 Samuel 264. I know 2 Samuel very well. 264. All right, there it is. And now it's coming into 10, right? So I stood beside him and slew him, because I was sure that he could not live after he had fallen. And I took the crown which was on his head, and the armlet which was on his arm, and I have brought them here to my Lord. Now, didn't I just tell you the man that was coming through is a very spiritual man who was there to change the world, but he couldn't fight the demons, and it took him and brought him to the Lord? That's the signs and synchronicities, okay? Now we have 2 Samuel, okay? Tell it not in... Okay, so it says, publish it not in the streets, lest the daughters, ye mountains of Gilbo, there be no dew or rain upon you, nor uprising of the deep. For there the shield is the Almighty. So the thing is right off the bat, when you get 10-10, this is God and the angels watching over you. And the first card that came out when we're talking about the love talked about him crossing over and, you know, them bringing the proof to the Lord that, hey, this is now a problem. We need to have that compassion. This potential stuff that is going on between the demonic and God, it's real, right? So then he brings me to the Ace of Cups, which is Genesis. So we're going to get in here to Genesis. And it's Genesis 1, right? So in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was moving over the face of the waters. Now you see what I'm talking about? It's like having that compassion. It's like emotionally, you know that by having that compassion and that unconditional love, everything that Father co-created brings you to your divine spiritual path. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. And every time he brings it forward, I get excited. Wow. Right here. So now it's stepping into the New Testament. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. That's the new. And it goes right to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4. Whoa, Father, I'm telling you, you are a man of amazement and you get me every time. So now we're going to go in here and we're going to pull it up here. Hold on. We're getting there. 1 Corinthians. Boom. Ooh, Father, I'm telling you. Yeah. The abundance. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. It is not ignorant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrong, but rejoices in the right. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things, because we are abundant. I'm telling you, this is why I will sit here in solitude with Father, and I do it all the time. And I'll be like this, okay? And I'll start shuffling. 3 of Pentacles. So we're in the New Testament, right? Because the Pentacles are all about the new. It's the new. So now we're going to Luke, okay? So Luke is back here at 887. I know that. 887. 887. I'm telling you. I know you are here, Luke. I see you. Okay, so it seemed good to me also, having followed all things closely for some time past, to write an orderly account for you, most excellent, that you may know the truth concerning the things of which you have been informed. See, Father is telling you that you are abundant. And in Luke, it's talking about the gospel, and it's talking about the hymns and the praise. Give all praise and glory to God, right? Good evening, beautiful sister. It's like not only Mary and our Father, but the hymns of the praise. It's like praise him in everything you do. Show that unconditional love in everything that we have. Yes, CBVOY, always creating that best version of ourselves, and happiness is contagious. Okay, so we're going to do one more and see what Father wants us to know. Woohoo! I'm telling you. 10 of Hearts, baby. 10 of Hearts. So that's the Old Testament. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amos. Okay, so we're going to Amos and see what Amos has to say. 790. 790, where are you? Yes, 790. What do we have? Oh, Father, you did. 10 of Hearts. The book of Amos. This is God's judgment on all nations. Wow. So let's see what he says. Ooh-wee, this is a strong message, okay? He is saying that for the transgressions of Moab and for 4, I will not revoke the punishment. So the thing is when he is talking about God's judgment on the nations, he is not going to revoke the punishment. He will not. And he keeps saying it over and over to Demetrius and everybody. I mean, he's going down because, ooh, he is going on. Hold on, because he's still going. So he wants me. Okay, so basically what he is saying, seek me and live. That is what he's saying right here. So that is what he's telling you exactly at the beginning of this message. It's like you need to seek our Father and stand in our Father. And if you notice how the cards are, so we have 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, right? I'm going to show you. We have 10, 10, 10, 10, right? And we have 31. Okay, some of you could be 31, doesn't mean it has to. But what Father is saying is, look, there is going to be new beginnings and spiritual enlightenments when it comes to the stability and security on your journey. So pay attention to the signs and synchronicities, because like he said in 1 Corinthians, he's like, listen, you need to awaken to your spiritual gifts. And he's meaning it's time to be that love, be that unconditional love. Now, I don't know why he's randomly having me do this, but let's see what he's saying here. A public confession of sin. So when he showed me Nehemiah, I went right to Nehemiah on page 421. And this is a public confession of sin, sitting in negative. So the public, which is, everybody out there in the public, brothers and sisters, whoever it may be. But the thing is like, confess your sins. Let go and let God have it. Because it's like when you, how am I going to say this, Father? Because what he's showing me is Leviticus and Yesa going out there and praising on the 4th day. Okay, because it says, Lord their God, for a 4th of the day. For another 4th of it, they made confession and worship the Lord their God. Upon the stairs of the Leviticus stood Yesiah, Bana, Kadmiah, Sabadan, Bunny, Bana, Chana, the Lord their God. Okay, so, wow, blessed be thy glorious name. So he's saying that your blessings and your praises are going to come by praising him, glorifying in him. The public confession of sin is making your wrongs right. And do not let people out there in your life keep you in that stronghold of holding you down from coming closer to God. You need to go your way. Basically, that's what he's saying. You need to go your way. And he's saying that the people's covenant is to keep the law that he has written, because there's seals, okay? There's 7 seals that Father has written. That is very important. Wow. The temple of the servants, the land to the law of gods, knowledge, understanding, God's law. Oh, where are you going, sister? All right, so basically what this is telling you is that Father is saying, listen, it's like the confessions, the sin, God's law, the people's covenant. You made a promise not only to our Father, and Father made a promise to you. It is time to step up, because when he shows me Isaiah 55, it's saying rewards of the covenant and keeping it, right? Wow. And this is why he said, come from that unconditional love, because it says, against whom do you open your mouth wide and put out your tongue? Are you not children of the transgression of the offspring of deceit? You who burn with lust among the oaks under every green tree, who slay your children in the valleys, under the clefts of the rocks. And that's why he was saying at the beginning of this, oh, yes, sugar. Sorry, sister. I know what you're saying now. I thought you were talking about what I was saying about what God was bringing forth. But yes. But the thing is like I was saying before, Father said it is time to do everything from love. And when you do that, that means even if you have to let people go who you love, dearly, it's like you have to let go and let God have it. You have to trust and believe in him. Because that's like in Deuteronomy, he's talking about, how Moses blesses the people, how say it, Father. Okay, so when Father's talking about it, it's accept the work of his hand, accept the handiwork, accept what Father has made you, what Father has co-created you. Because he's saying something about they will not rise again. And that's where the punishment, the law of punishment comes in. It's like, teach these words to your children, teach these words to your friend, because the Lord is going to choose the place. The Lord is going to choose when in his mighty right hand, when you come into his season in his favor, when you come closer to him, it's like now you will be able to understand this journey is much greater. Now he is also bringing out that this version of the Bible that I'm holding right here in my hands, this is from the original version from the AD 1611. It was revised in the AD 1881 to 1885. And again in 1901, okay? But the thing is, it's like they revised it, I think he said in 1971, he's saying in AD, after Christ. They revised it because they took certain things out. And Father needs you to know that not everybody's going to understand it. Not everybody is going to, understand the different versions. But when it comes down to it, Father is saying, come into that love and light. Step into that unconditional love. Do anything, because by doing that, I'm telling you, you're going to be rewarded from our Father on a much higher level. So now let's find out the energy, because like I said, it's not going to be a real long video tonight, because Father wanted me to bring that out when it comes to the greatest love of all. So if you don't feel loved, just know that there are soul families out there who will give you that unconditional love. And the gentleman that came through, like I said, he was a very abundant, very powerful, very well-known man in this world. Okay. And like I said, I don't know why I'm hearing March 20th. I'm hearing March 20th. Okay. So, well, okay. Father just said that's the gentleman's birthday. He just said it's the gentleman's birthday. Okay. And things need to be illuminated, but it's like he didn't have the partnerships that he needed to come out of that darkness. And so his heart was broken from a lot of trial or trauma and tribulations. And that inspiration, he needed that clarity for his divine path. But he felt like he was battling. So I'm telling anybody out there who feels like you are battling, feels like things are not being illuminated, you're not understanding the journey, why people are contemplating, should I be in your life, should I not be in your life? Turn to God. Turn to our Father and just say, hey, Father, is this person meant to be in my life? Is this person here to teach me something? What do I need to know, Father, or do I walk away? You know, because I'm listening to the master teacher. So let's find out. Yeah. So you got the Knight of Wands and the King of Swords. Okay. So somebody is very passionate on this adventure to take the motion forward. But when it comes to that clear thinking and standing in their power, they're wondering, what do we do? What do we do? Because we have the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Wands. It's like they want to be able to fulfill their own cups, but the competition with the devil, the competition with the agents and the tyrants. So this is stopping somebody on the divine path, because you're in and out, you're contemplating, you're holding back from being able to see the truth, to illuminate and follow that north node, which is our Father. Yeah, to bring calmer waters to your life. Father is saying, listen, it's like some of you are holding back. Some of you are going around saying, I'm saved, but you're still doing these sinful acts and everything else. You're still lusting. You're still doing these temptations. It's like, to truly be saved, it's like you have to feel this guilt. Father will give you that feeling of guilt when you're not doing something right that is nurturing the soul, because he will always communicate to you. Always. Always. All right. What else do we need to know for the closing message, Father? Got communication, making them sacrifices, coming into that love, putting a completion to the things that no longer serve you and serve our Father, so that you can stand in your power, no longer having the conflict. Okay? It's like you are coming out of the hole that people have dug and tried to push you in, because some of you are rebuilding right now. You're rebuilding, and it's very emotional. You're in a lot of depression. And this is where it's important to say, because that's why the gentleman came through and said how he took his, we have to stop that. We have to bring this bigger issue and make it more of importance of your happiness, okay, of your unconditional love, of the journey itself. Yeah. Father is saying judgment is here. It's like you have to start healing. Because look, They just want to keep you in addiction. They want to keep you bound and constrained. They don't want you to move forward. They don't want you to have this happiness. They want to see you downfall. They want to see this unexpected failure in your life all the time. But really, you have a divine purpose. And yeah, it's going to be emotional. It's going to be very emotional, Father said. But this is where we have to wipe the illusions and be comfortable and satisfied and have gratitude. And Father is saying 9 nines are endings and beginnings because he's calling justice to it. It is time to put things to rest because your destiny is what matters, and they are just trying to pull you down into this tower moment. So God is giving you the message. I'm telling you, he works so beautifully in the signs and synchronicities that people don't understand that he is that master magician, okay? All the resources, he helps illuminate. He helps get rid of the betrayal and the deception. He helps bring things to light. Helps you lay his burdens down to the grace and mercy of his feet. And keeps being that loving, nurturing being. So this speaks volumes, soul family. This speaks volumes. Yeah, because these people that are opinionated and hasty and who are breaking your heart, no, that's not meant to be on a spiritual level. Conflict is not the way it's supposed to be. Father says everything is conquered out of unconditional love. You stand at your power and bring things to a completion. Because love conquers all, just like I said. And I don't know who just hit their funny bone, but I know it's not funny. But somebody just whacked their funny bone or their elbow on the left side. And that is confirmation. It's like people think this is funny. People think that treating other people like this is funny. But Father says, it's not. It's not. And that's why he's saying he will bring justice. So have gratitude for what is going on, because the 10 of Wands, you are now learning how to release them burdens, take responsibility, take accountability for what is going on so that you can mend that broken heart and plant new seeds. Yeah, and I'm telling you, this divine masculine keeps coming out strong. So I'm hearing that we have to stop the agents and the tyrants from holding mentally down in. Okay, well then that must have been your energy, sweetheart. But yeah, I felt it in the left elbow. 47:47 on the clock, so that is broken down to the divine path. Somebody's coming in with their twin flame. Keep following the north node. Keep loving and nurturing. Yes, because Father said, look at 10:10. You are manifesting a new chapter in your life, and it is very abundant. And there's the Judgment card. So he needs you to balance. He needs you to balance. He needs you to stay focused. Okay, sweetheart, then yep. Then this part of this resonates with you, he's saying, because look, things are going to be healed. Father wants you to have that passion to keep following to him. Don't step backwards. And don't let these people do it. Don't let them do it. And if you look at Roman numerals 1010 on the card, yeah, you need to trust and believe in yourself. You need to know that the volcano is going to erupt sooner or later, but the things are being shown. And these people are trying to hold you back. They're wasting your precious energy. They're putting you in solitude in your stinking thinking. And Father says, no, it's time to move forward. Break them bonds. Break them bonds. All right, Father, let's get one of your beautiful messages from the decks we've created. And see what Father wants us to know. Yeah, and it's like, don't be afraid to ask for divine guidance or God's support or friends' support. You know, if you're going through something, in order to be in alignment, don't be afraid to ask, okay? What do we need to know, Father? I'm telling you, people think it's a joke. It's no joke. Ask for divine guidance. Deeper look into your life. I'm telling you, Father, I am so thankful and so grateful that the Master, Jesus, comes in and uses me as that energetic vessel, because he uses each and every one of us for certain lessons and things, right? But he comes in and lets me know these things because he knows the acceptance of who you are meant to be. So when you accept that and take a deeper look into your life and ask, you shall receive, because that is the divine healing. That is the divine healing. Aha! What did I say? That's God's support, didn't I? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. He is always coming out. Yeah. Positive heart, mind, and soul. Be that unconditional love. And make sure, soul family, anybody out there, anybody who's out there struggling on a mental level, stop and check in on your loved ones. Yeah. That's part of your future process and your purpose. Check on your loved ones. Make sure that they're okay. Yeah, because look, Father says you are about to get your rewards and recognition for being very diligent and having the benevolence time and time again to walk this journey, to praise our Father, to give him glory and praise when he shows you the signs and synchronicities, and you can surrender it to him. I'm telling you, that's where the gratitude comes from. Yes. All right, Father, what else do we need to know? That's right. Because the thing is remember when I said your happiness, your unconditional love is the greatest part of it? It says, yeah, go with the flow and create them memories. Because when you're walking with Father, you are creating memories with him. And you are creating memories with the physical 3D of the people around you that you love. And that happiness is contagious, okay? So when you create that best version of yourself, that happiness becomes contagious. And when that happiness is contagious, the truth be spoken, that you are in alignment, and you always go into solitude and ask Father, hey, is it time for me, Father? Ooh, look at, even the twins are coming out. So the thing is dream big, use your discernment, and have that deep feeling of know when our Father touches your life, when he's guiding you, okay, when he's showing you where you need to go and what you need to do. Yeah, because that's God's blessing. I'm telling you so, family. Yep, God's blessing. He keeps saying, you are God's blessing. He co-created you to step into your power, to create that best version of you. I'm telling you. I know tonight the energy was kind of like whoop, whoop, but he does have something else that he wants me to teach that I'm going to be teaching tomorrow night when it comes to it. But that is the energy that is coming off for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. The energy check-in is you need to come from that place of unconditional love. You need to be that love. You are the love. And Father is confirming it on here. Okay? It's like we learn on this journey, we step backwards, we move forwards. Sometimes we even do the side to side or the dip or, the fallback. But I'm telling you, it happens. Yes, thank you, sister. CBVOY and Hick. Yes, much respect to you, much love to you, soul sister, and my soul family. God bless all of you. May all your wishes, goals, dreams, and desires come true. And anybody who is suffering right now, It is time to take control of your life. Do not let that devil hold you down. It is time to take control of your life. It is time to speak out. If you are going through things and you don't understand why these thoughts keep running through your head, reach out, because you know what? A lot of people will be there to help you understand, especially on a spiritual level. When God comes in and gives the messages, it's like his messages ring true. They are out there, put out there to help you create that stability and that foundation. Okay, so reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out. It's not going to make you look less than, because it's actually going to make you look more than, because there's, like I said, there's people that wish they would have done things differently, knowing and seeing now how us light workers, when I say light workers, because we are the light of our Father's heart. Okay, we are his divine light. He co-created us. So when I say light worker, yeah, that light worker is because God created our light to shine. We work for him. We stand for him. We praise him. We glorify in him, and we give the grace and mercy to him in everything that transpires in our life. And these spirits are looking down and saying, you know what? I wish we could have come across some of these people at this time, but we were so focused in on our work that they didn't come in here. But they were a very kind, loving, giving person. Okay, so just know this journey is very hard. It is real. You know, being down on that low of a level, it's hard for somebody to climb out if they're not understanding the journey. And having to walk the journey with my father and getting that understanding, and nobody else around understanding that spiritual gift. Okay, they always wanted to knock it. They always wanted to try to be that energy vampire that just drained you dry till you were just like, and then you're like, I'm too tired. I just, no, I don't want to do anything, you know. And people don't understand. It's like you can drain other people. It's the energy harvesting that they do. But Father said, that super moon ended in August, and therefore nobody is going to be harvesting off of anybody's energy. So that stuff needs to stop. It needs to come to an end and come into right with Father. So love you so, family. Like I said, God bless you. Tomorrow will be a better teaching, and yeah, it was kind of all over the place tonight, but you know how Father rolls when he's got different messages, things that he's wanting to teach, to put in. Anybody who is traveling for Thanksgiving, be safe on your journey. Have the most memorable time, okay? Lots of love to you, so family, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.